What's going on, guys? It's your man Ed here, back for another episode of the Wholesaling Mastermind podcast. And in this one, man, I got a few different topics that I want to touch base on. You know, we're going to get into it and whatnot. Got some stuff from Jerry Norton and Steve Trang. I'm also going to pop into some other things about Flipster. And we're going to be talking about a few different things, all right? So I hope that y'all ready to rock and roll as always, man. Look, before we really dive into it, though, we got to do some housekeeping, all right? Make sure that when y'all coming in, make sure that y'all smack that like button for me if you haven't already. Make sure that you favorite the podcast if you're listening to this on your favorite podcast service. And also, guys, make sure that you go follow me on my social media channels, guys. I'm basically at The Wholesale Coach on all socials. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram specifically, guys. Reach out to me. We could definitely link up. Let's do some deals together. Speaking of doing deals together, definitely shoot us over whatever deals you have. We do deals, JV deals nationwide with different wholesalers. So definitely feel free to shoot us over your inventory to deals@dealflowtoday.com. Deals@dealflowtoday.com. So definitely check that out. Also, guys, check out my Wholesaler University course. If you want to, get the ins and outs of how to get out here and start getting these wholesale deals together, how to set up your prop stream and REI reply, and how to skip trace with Versium, and how to do all the things that you always hear me talk about, but actually you can watch me do it. Definitely check out Wholesaler University. There's going to be a link to it down below, and it's actually going to be on sale when you check it out, all right? So I'm not sure how much of a discount, but it will be a little bit of a discount. I'm going to throw a little bit of a discount in with the link down below, okay? And then lastly, guys, definitely check out the coaching link down below. I know some of y'all don't even know that I call myself the Wholesale Coach. A lot of y'all don't even realize that I have a coaching program. Definitely check out the coaching program if you are interested in getting one-on-one guidance and coaching in your wholesaling business, somebody to help you along the way, walk you through these processes and show you what you need to be doing to actually get out here and start closing some deals. Definitely check out the coaching program link down below, guys. Excuse me. All right, so I'm not going to hold y'all here for too long, though, guys. So the first thing that I kind of wanted to dive into is that I checked out this video from Jerry Norton, right? And he was talking about, it was like 2 different ways that you can scale your business to $1 million. So I wanted to show you all this little clip from the video, and you should definitely check out the full video. I have that linked down below as well, but let's dive into this little clip.
Well, here's the formula that I try to share with people, and there's a million ways to get there. But the way to get to $1 million a year, if someone's listening right now and they're like, I'd love to make $1 million a year. Here's the best,
but just
to me, the
break it down.
way.
$1 million a year in net income to you. So
net profit.
We're talking about net profit to you, the investor.
Yes.
Jerry's specifically discussing $1 million.
Small team, low overhead, high margin.
Great.
Here's how you do it.
Okay.
You have to do a combination of some fix and flip, not a lot, but some, and some wholesaling. So here's the way I look at it. In wholesaling, you're going to do lead gen, right? You're going to be marketing for leads. You're going to get some leads. Some of those are home runs. And what most wholesalers do is they pass that home run deal off to somebody else. They make the lion's share of the profit, and you made your 10 or 20 grand wholesaling.
Right.
What I say is you keep that home run. You need one a month, a fix and flip. That makes, let's say, $62,000.
Wow.
And you do one a month, that's $750. Not 10 a month, not I got this massive operation fixing and flipping. No, one a month, but it's a home run.
One home run. So we're describing the home run as a $60,000 profit.
Yes, let's identify it as a $60,000 profit.
Okay, so we're getting to $720,000 of net numbers. If you do one a month,
that's a home
for
run.
12 months as a home run, as Jerry's described.
Not a $20,000 fix and flip or a $40,000, a 60, 80, somewhere in there. You got to get up. They got to be the home run deal. Well, naturally, what's going to happen while you're trying to get that home run deal is you're going to get a bunch of singles, doubles, and triples. Wholesale those. So then, because they're naturally coming in because you're marketing for that good deal. Keep the home run deal. Don't wholesale that one. Fix and flip that one. Make the 60. Then do 2 more a month on the ones that you don't want, that aren't home runs, the singles, doubles, and triples. Wholesale those for $10,000 or whatever. And now you've done, and do 2 or 3 of those a month.
Now you're at
$1 million.
$1 million.
And you've got a small team. You're doing 3, 4, maybe 5 deals a month. Not a big team to do that.
Identifying that home run every month and not passing it down the street for a double assignment fee that you normally would get is the aha moment, right? Yeah. We want people to say, when you have invested in your infrastructure and your lead generation, and your lead generation produces the home run, don't hit a single with it.
That's right. Don't hit a single with your home run
Right,
deal.
there you go.
Yeah.
Take the home run and hit the damn thing out of the park
Yeah.
and send the singles and doubles down the street.
Yeah, because here's the thing. In our industry today, there are so many fix and flippers and buy and hold investors. They want deals so badly. Their formulas are ridiculous, which is what makes wholesaling so amazing today is you can.
All right, so you all saw that clip right there, and man, I think that like Jerry is 100% on point. I think that y'all should definitely check out the entire podcast that he was on. I think it was called the Hard Truths or the Big Truths podcast, something like that, or whatever. I'll drop the link to the entire podcast that he did, as well as his video that I'm showing you all right now. But I think that he made some really, really good points earlier in the podcast. He mentioned it's two ways to scale. You're either gonna start getting more deals, or you're going to get bigger margins on those deals that you get or whatever. So I think it's a lot of game in this podcast, man. Definitely check it out. But I also have another podcast that I wanted to show you all as well. And it actually comes from Steve Trang, where he had another guy, I believe it was Nick Marietta, I want to say. Let's check it out. Yeah, Nick Marietta. I've got another clip right here that I want to show you all. Where Nick Marietta, as you can see, the title says he scaled from 1 million to 100 million in assets in 12 months. But he also talks about how he's running his multi-million-dollar organization. And Jerry talked about keeping it lean and like getting those home run deals and getting wholesale deals. Well, this is very similar to basically what Nick is doing. It's really interesting, obviously on a much higher scale. But I wanted you all to be able to hear what Nick has to say in terms of how his business actually looks like. So let's get into it.
Well, we have a Kansas City market. I think we did about 100 wholesales there and something like 50 or 70 flips. Mm-hmm. And then in Vegas, I think we turned like 30 flips ourselves.
Wow. Okay. So that's really, what's what I'm looking for? That's a lot of work involved. So what does your organization look like to support all of that?
That's a great question. And it's, what does my organization look like today? And what does it need to look at, or what does it need to look like in the next 90 days? That's a very skewed thing for me to answer, only for the fact that I probably need to answer it in the fact of what does it take to do 100 million, or what does it take to do with, 30 million in assets, mm-hmm. right? So currently right now, I'm basically the CEO, the owner. I run everything. I do all of the buys. I walk every single house. And then I do all of the construction just in the Las Vegas, California, St. George, and Sedona markets. And then in our KC market, we actually have a construction manager that handles it. So right now, if you were doing what I was doing before, you probably need about 7 people. That's what I have. I have 3 acquisition people, 2 in Kansas City, 1 in Las Vegas. I have a TC in each place. So we're basically, 5 people. And then I basically have a GM in both. In Kansas City, I have a GM, and then I'm basically the GM in the Vegas, and the surrounding markets. So I run a really lean team, but I'm also probably one that pays 2 to 3 times more for the people that work for me. I like really high skilled people that I don't have to do a lot of work with, that make a lot of money and they're enticed by it and they're very experienced. Everybody goes, you pay way too much. I mean, like my acquisition guys in KC are making $250 to $300 a year.
They're living like kings.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I could be paying them 70 or 80 and babysitting them, but I only go to Kansas City twice a year, and I buy and sell 150 to 200 homes a year.
Right.
So either I take my time or I pay for it, right?
Yeah. No, and I think that's something that Ryan and Pineda and I have talked about, and even Casey Ryan, right? Like we've talked about, like you got talented people and you overpay for them, right? But you also don't have to worry about turnover.
Yep.
You don't worry about managing them. You don't worry about replacing them, training them. Like there's a massive tax, like a missing that you don't notice every time you replace somebody, right?
And that's a big thing, is a relationship takes 12 months.
All right, so man, y'all saw that clip right there as well. Let me go back. Let me see where we at here. Boom. All right, so y'all saw those couple clips, man. I wanted to kind of give y'all those nuggets, man. I mean, I think when you put Jerry's video together with what Nick was talking about in terms of what his business looks like, you can just see that it's not very, very, very complicated to get from, let's say doing $1 million a year to doing significantly more, or doing 30, 40, 80 a year to doing that first million. So y'all can kind of get a concept of like what it should look like. How many deals should you be doing? What should that flow look like? Like what should your actual team look like? Things like that. I think that really, really helps out a lot. So I hope that y'all found that valuable. Now we're going to dive into the next topic, though, in this particular podcast, guys. Let's see, what's the next topic on deck? All right, so the next thing that I want to touch base on is that I've been getting a lot of people like commenting up underneath my videos and reaching out to me via email and things of that nature, asking me about Flipster, which if you don't know, you probably should know if you watch my channel, I would assume, but that's Jerry Norton's Flipster software, his real estate investing software that you can pull leads, get comps, all of these different things from, right? Well, however, recently with the Flipster 8.0 updates, they changed the system. One of the big things, this is what people have been commenting and reaching out to me about, is that the skip tracing is no longer free on Flipster 8.0. So if you grab Flipster today, the skip tracing is not going to be free anymore. I know that was one of the biggest, best things inside of there at that point. Now, apparently they say that they've gotten significantly better data. And at the same time, keep it a buck. I mean, it's still cheaper than PropStream. In terms of the skip tracing or whatever, most other companies are charging 15 cents, 12 cents. It's 10 cents. So that's not too bad. That's actually kind of reasonable, but it's still a cost for the skip tracing. So I just want to kind of give y'all that particular update. I will be doing a much more thorough review of Flipster 8.0. Where I'll actually go into the system, see how it's operating, see if they've added new features and things like that or whatever. But I will let y'all know that skip tracing is no longer free inside of Flipster, so you will have to get those skip traced outside of the software if you did want to get those people's phone numbers. So just keep that in mind, just giving y'all a brief little update, some wholesaling news out here, all right? That being said, though, if you did want to grab Flipster, definitely make sure y'all check out that link down below to grab a free trial to Flipster today. Don't hesitate. Now, one last thing that I wanted to show you all is this heat map feature inside of PropStream. Some of you all may have known about this heat map for a long time, but I just wanted to kind of show my channel this PropStream heat map and see what we can possibly be able to do with it. As far as I know, you may be able to get some insight into these areas that you're marketing to and determine, okay, which areas do I really want to market in? Which areas do I want to start targeting? Okay, so let's just dive right on into it. Let's see. Boom. Show you all my screen. We're going to head over to PropStream. Let's make this bigger. I'll log in. Going to X this out. Boom. All right, so let's just put in Chicago. All right, so you see I've got Chicago pumped up here on PropStream. I'm just going to zoom in some. Boom. We're just going to zoom into this map a little bit. And then right here on PropStream, if you click this analytics feature, you can actually pop up a heat map. So you can see different little things. So if I click this growth, so if it says a 1 month growth, boom, I can see which areas are getting the most growth right now. So if I really zoomed in here, right, I can kind of look at so 50% growth would be closer to up here. Let's see if I could find some really red areas up in here. Looks like I can. Hold on. Let me go to some areas that I know probably will in Chicago. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Real red around here. You see? Real red. This is in Inglewood. So the growth has been going up a lot. This, to me, means that people have probably been flipping in this area, in the West Inglewood area. And I'm sure that there's other pockets all throughout Chicago or whatever, where you can kind of see some red. You see a lot of yellow. What's the yellow? The yellow is there's some growth, but not a crazy amount. I'm not sure what the number is on that. But either way, and then you can even see rental values. Let's see if we can see what the rent is, rent price. So if you just quickly wanted to see where the more expensive areas to live are, you'll be okay, maybe I'll stay away from this area because if it costs $5,000 a month to live there, maybe it's not the best area to be wholesaling. Whereas over in these green areas, maybe it is a really good place to be wholesaling, because these properties are obviously selling. This area, the rental prices are a lot lower, so you may be able to surmise that if you put like a circle around this area, that you may have more opportunity. Oh, I don't think I can do that actually. Yeah, no, I don't have a mouse. Anyway, but yeah, this map really has like lots of information, and I don't think most of us actually really use this map for what it could be used for. Like, you can tilt the map in different directions, things of that nature. You can make the map full screen. And then you can also drop the little Google guy like onto a road and actually see what's going on in these areas and stuff like that. So like this map really offers a lot. I don't think we necessarily use this enough. At least I know that I never really have. But that's why I wanted to kind of pop this inside of this video to show you all that, it's possible for you to, get inside of here and really do some really cool stuff. Inside of this, particularly this heat map section on PropStream. Also, hey, look, if y'all are trying to grab a free trial to PropStream, definitely check out the link down below as well. Salute to the guys over there at PropStream for hooking it up for the team. Also here on the bottom, it's giving you like the percentage change in the prices over like the last 30 days, the rent changes over the last 30 days, the price per square foot change over like the last year or so, and the average days on market, depending on how many bedrooms the property has. So there's a lot of good information inside of here. And then on top of that, you got a whole nother drop down section. Most of us never even click on this stuff, but it's good to know. Like this is the listing trend, versus the sale price. So they're listing them for like $450. They're actually selling. Well, look, they're listing for $524. They're selling for $382. Listing them for $528, selling for $376. That's good information to know. People are delusional in that area, or in Chicago in general, I guess. But anyway, though, so yeah, that's just a little bit of game, just showing y'all how to really kind of get inside of PropStream a little bit, and just some different little finesses that you can do inside of the system on this map particularly. All right, lastly, guys, Q3, it's coming up really soon, guys. So I'm curious to hear, like, what are your plans for Q3? What do you plan on accomplishing before this year ends? We're basically at the halfway point of the year in about 30 days from now. So, guys, it's time to really get out here, really start to turn up your work levels. Between now and about October, November, December, that's when you want to be getting the majority of your deals knocked out. Y'all know, like I know, that once the holidays start to come, people start to get complacent. They start to want to relax. You want to spend time with family and things of that nature, which is extremely understandable, right? So just keep that in mind when it comes to your wholesaling business. Typically around, Thanksgiving, then the following month, you've got, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So many different things are going on between November and the beginning of the year. So make sure that don't wait until, it's already August, September, stuff like that or whatever, before you really start to think to turn up. This happens every single year. I see a lot of people who are putting in a lot of work, and then they'll stop around now, and then they'll be trying to pick things back up in like August, September, October. It's like, bro, like things are about to slow down, and wholesaling is all about momentum. So I highly recommend keep yourself motivated. Make sure that you're putting in this work for the end of Q2 going into Q3. And what a lot of people don't do, and this is what I recommend, this is how you really make sure that you hit your goals. Remember, it's got to be goals. We can't just be abstractly out there just doing whatever. We have to actually be on a path to get to where we're trying to go, right? We have to commit ourselves to something. So what I say is this: before Q2 is over, write down your goals. Whenever you're listening to this, write down your goals. Say, this is what I want to accomplish between now and the rest of this year. And then after that, write down, this is what I'm going to give in exchange to actually earn what it is that I'm asking for. Because nothing is given to us for free. So like actually write out your goals, then start to write down what you're willing to give. Then you write out your objectives, right? You want to start slicing this thing up. You want to start slicing it up. and get your team together. If it's just you, that's perfectly fine. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can to build yourself up. Like, so that's very, very important. You know, like we have to really, really make sure that we take care of ourselves out here and put in maximum effort. But if you're putting in maximum effort, chances are you may be neglecting other things in your life, such as your physical health, your family, your spiritual, your mental. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself along the way. It's super, super important. I don't want to get too philosophical, but a lot of us will go real hard. We'll be running it up. And, you know, we'll either start totally relaxing or we just won't turn off the turn up, if that makes sense. And we'll start to burn ourselves into the ground, man, end up with health issues, end up hurting out here and things like that. So make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you're staying hungry, staying active, but staying smart about it at the same time. I'm not trying to give you a pass to be lazy though. So like all of you people, like if you're not out there grinding, don't take this as like a pass to be like, oh, well, Ed said, no. I'm telling you to get out there and do everything you can, but make sure that you don't do it to your own detriment. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, though, guys, look, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I'm not going to hold y'all up. I'm not going to hold y'all up here in this video. I hope that this podcast has been helpful. I'm going to try to get this out to y'all real soon. As always, man, I hope that y'all staying healthy and staying blessed. Definitely check out all the links that I reference in this podcast down below. Schedule a strategy session with me if you want to chat with me one-on-one, pick my brain, whatever it may be. I'm here for y'all, man. So as always, until next time, guys, we are out.